Tiz.
We having the weirdest songs.
Well, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Podnas, a show with three friends separated by distance, connected by brotherhood, having weekly conversations that you can join in on. As always, I'm 1/3 of the Podnas, your boy Tiz, along with
other third, Padawan. Yeah, nothing fancy.
Yeah, face. I'm here.
Oh man. Well, tonight's episode should be very interesting. I'll just jump right into the first topic since we already kind of discussing women and just women issues. So I've been watching this guy named Kevin Samuels lately. He's like an image consultant or something, but he basically has a call-in show where women call in to ask him like dating advice or whatever. And one of the things that comes up as a common theme on there is like what the difference between what women value in themselves and what men value in women. And one of the major things is Kevin Samuels be always saying that women overvalue their education and earning potential like a chip toward getting a man. Like they feel like the more money they make or the more education they got, the more attractive they'll be to a man. I guess I just want to throw some questions out there based off of me watching this dude. Yeah. So the first question I had that I wanted to just pose to the group is, does education and earning potential matter to a man as far as when they choosing a woman? And I'm more talking about a woman that you'd marry or like see as a long-term partner, not like you just hitting it and quitting it or you just trying to date.
Now, that all depends on where you're at in life and what you're looking for. As being a married man, now having the knowledge of being married, I would say when you look for a woman and you're investing in a woman, when you want to marry them, which is a long-term thing, that is an investment. So like with any business investment, you want to make sure you're investing your time and your money and whatever else you're going to invest in it into something that you think is going to, how can I say, come to fruition or be good for the both of you, or you feel me? Like y'all both will flourish in it. Now, when it comes to education, yes, definitely, because I don't want to be with, I would never suggest anybody would be with somebody you can't have a conversation with. Me personally, I love to have intellectual conversations and something we can expunge on. You feel me? Dumb, just pop culture stuff, cool. We can converse on that, but how deep can we go into that? Give me someone with an education that we can go on another level conversation that we can go on for hours, you feel me? And I can really check your brain and see where you're at. Me personally, I know it's not that many people I can have those type of conversations with because stuff I know about, most people ain't gonna want to talk about. So having a good education is a qualification for me. Earning potential, to put it like that, I wouldn't really look at a woman for earning potential. I think pimps look at women when they're looking for earning potential, because you're looking at what can she possibly do and bring to you. That's earning potential. That's what I look at when I'm looking at business investment. What earning potential does it have? What stock can bring me a good earning potential, but not a woman. I'm looking for, do you have a job? Can you help support your half of what we're doing as a conjunctive unit? I'm not looking for what you can bring me, because at the end of the day, we both should be coming to the table able to support ourselves, coming together to help try to support a union. So earning potential, no, but the fact that you can earn money to help your end, yeah, because I know this may be the age of sugar daddies and sugar babies, but I don't know about nobody else, but I don't want another person I got to take care of. I already got kids. Now, I know it's a thing when men are supposed to take care of their wives and take care of their family. I take care of my family. I take care of my wife too. But at the end of the day, I don't want somebody who can't do nothing. Because at the end of the day, when I die and I leave, there will still be a family here. And that woman I leave should still be able to take care of that family in my absence.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm looking for. So as far as what Mr. Samuel's saying, or Kevin said, whatever the dude's name is, earning potential, earning potential, I'm not looking for earning potential in a woman, but education is definitely a big factor with me. So I am looking for a woman well, I'm not looking for shit now because I'm married, but in the instance where I was looking for a woman at that point in time, education, and I actually prayed for a woman who had some type of common sense. You feel like some type of head on your shoulders, so we can converse. Because there's too many dummies out here that don't want to talk about nothing. Like all you want to do is stay on your phone pressing your face, and all you want to do is talk about what he say, she say. That's not conversing in conversation. You gossiping and spreading on stuff. Have a conversation with your own free thought. Actually come up with a thought and let's converse on this what you talk about. That's what's good. That's attractive. That's sexy. You feel me? Just having a fat ass, that's everywhere.
Gotcha. That's real. That's real.
Mm.
What about you, Pat?
I'm weird, and I talk about weird stuff all the time. So you got to have some kind of intelligence or education or whatever to talk to me. And, in general, you just going to think I'm just weird.
Mm-hmm.
So, and on that note, yeah, so that probably would be needed in my situation, like being with me in general. And then I kind of just feel what Faye's saying all around. He kind of like hit it right there on the target. Because like, as far as earning potential, I would only think about that if this was like a business relationship or something like that, or just business in general or whatever. Really, I just are you going to care enough about my needs? And if we have a family, are you going to be mentally stable enough to hold it down when I'm not around?
That's real.
If I'm not around or whatever. And I'm not saying for somebody to take this snippet and just runs with it or whatever, like we're already like that big out there. But when I mean not around, I mean like, all right, if I got to take a business trip, all right, if I'm sick in the hospital, all right, like just stuff like that. Or
Gotcha.
or if we're in a tight squeeze, you need to make a decision right then and there or whatever. And I'm not I'm working or something and I'm preventing me from getting to you or talking to you or whatever. If, somebody I could feel confident enough to go ahead and make those decisions when I'm not around.
Gotcha.
You got to have some type of, education or whatever. You don't want nobody just ratchet off the streets, just making your decisions for you, pretty much.
That's
One of the reasons I've been single for a long time, but we'll get into that later.
Gotcha. I think for me, I guess I kind of agree with parts of what Kevin Samuel's saying and parts of what y'all saying. Like it's kind of like a little mixture for me, a little gumbo. I think that women do overvalue like their degreed education, like which college they went to or how many degrees they got, or like they do kind of overvalue like how much money they make. Because for me, I think it's more comes down to like smarts or just like overall common sense type intelligence more than book sense. Like you could be a PhD, but if you know nothing about everyday living, like for me, I was always looking for a woman that was like, I don't care what you make. I'm a bet on myself. So I feel like if whatever needs to be done financially, I'll get that done. I ain't stressing that. But as far as like taking care of the home, like, are you gonna be somebody that I know is like going to be able to support me when I'm emotionally feeling down? Are you willing to get out there and work if it need be to make ends meet? Like that type of thing mean more to me, like more the emotional and I guess emotional and physical support as opposed to like needing her to financially to support anything. Like just you being willing to work. I know if shit hit the fan and I get injured or something, I'm on disability, I know you'll still get out there and get it. You know what I mean? Like I want you to have that, but I don't really care if you making 6 figures. That wouldn't have impressed me. Like, okay, that's great. What we gonna talk about? Are we gonna be able to get along? Are you gonna be agreeable? Are you gonna be somebody that like I can actually end up compromising with? So we don't always go to bed mad. That type of shit mean more to me than what school you went to, what degree you got, or like your paycheck more. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel y'all on just like the money not being a huge thing. Like I got stocks for that. I don't really need you to be my financial person. I need you to be my support system, my partner in crime. Like I like how you kind of put it as far as like supporting the household. That's the shit I'm talking about. Like what you said, Pat. Like if I'm off in the distance somewhere doing something to get money for the crib, like, all right, am I gonna be able to trust that if the insurance company call, you're gonna make the right decision and actually understand how to talk to them real quick? Are you gonna be able to, set up the get my son enrolled for school if I'm not able to do it this week? You know what I mean? Like shit like that mean more to me than the money and the education for sure.
I was going to add too, not to say I'm going to just run into a millionaire woman out of the blue. You never know. But not to say that or whatever, but even if I had a chance, or if a woman with $1 million or just financially stable was to come to me or whatever, it wouldn't be the financial. It might be her ambition and her drive to get that money if she, made it off on or whatever. If it wasn't like a inheritance type deal, but I would still look at her like that money don't got nothing to do with me. I wouldn't even want to come at her like that, because then I'm just looking at her as a money grab in general. So like, yeah, so whatever she was making, I'm still like, well, that's her money. I just be the broke dude that she's messing with while she spends her money. I was like, yeah, that's all right. That's cool. Either way, I'm still, I'm not to say that piece of it will have me probably having second thoughts of like, yeah, we having an argument, but yeah, just to be honest and be real about it. But at the same time, it's like, that's still her money. Like, I don't have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she decided that she was my shit and just disappeared or whatever, like, I don't get no piece of that. So like, why would I be that big on it? But yeah, it was in my head, so I just wanted to say it.
No problem. We kind of already touched on it when we were answering the first question, but I wanted to also throw it out there for the ladies watching, and just so that like women can start to better understand into the minds of a man and what we actually be looking at when we see women as opposed to what they see when they see themselves. What do men actually value in a woman? Like, what makes a woman wifey material as opposed to just a good dating friend or somebody to just talk to, or a fuck buddy or something like that? Like, what qualities separate the wifey woman from that woman that's just good for dating or just kicking it with?
Humility. The ability to effectively communicate. And if you don't have that ability, the willingness to learn how. The lack of jealousy.
That's good.
Open-mindedness. Intelligence.
Okay.
Common intelligence. Not book sense, but you have to be common sense. Know how to do the basic things needed to live and survive.
Yep.
Patience. Understanding. Common sense, once again.
Just in case you heard the first time, ladies.
Flick it.
Non-materialistic. Knowing the difference between a need and a want. Knowing the difference between an aspiration that can be attained and one that cannot. The one who sets realistic goals and the one who is realistic with reality, because some people do live in their own world.
Oh, yeah.
The ability to have another person's perspective. So to the ability to be able to step in someone else's shoes and see from someone else's perspective. It may seem like a lot, But women say men is always simple. So I'm just giving them an example how I'm really not simple. I'm a very complicated person. Just like y'all women are complicated, men ain't all simple. We have things, but we just sometimes settle, and we just sometimes just go with what we can.
Yeah, they used to piss me off.
But at the point at the age I am now, and after being married, it kind of gives you clarity on what you want and what you see. You feel me? Because when you get with a person, that's not the person you end up being with. When you get with the person, you get with the representative, and it's two representative meeting. So the representative looks like all that stuff you see and all the stuff you want. That's just the glitter and the gold painted on the front. Is after you peel back them layers and spend time with each other, do you actually see, are you actually hitting those points on your list that you know and a certain woman is going to make you happy? So by me telling everybody what I value in a woman, that's also coming with time. Because the most important thing I value is a woman who's willing to give me her time. If you're not willing to give me your time, I can't find out if you hold all those other values. And that's the key difference between a wifey and a person who you just want to fuck. Because you can tell a person who's going to give you that time to figure them out and that time to see versus a person who just want to be, I just want to be here for this. Cool. We met on that common ground. We can do this and go. But too many times do we all see it happens. People get together for that and think that person hitting all the values until years later, then they finally see, damn, this ain't the person. I just started as a hit and quit it, and I never quit it. And damn, now I'm stuck. Take your time. Take your time. Don't rush into shit. Take your time and see if that person you're with can transform from that hit and quit it thing you had into a wifey. Because not everybody is supposed to be wifey. Not everybody is supposed to be a husband. You feel me? Take your time and see if that person meets the values you personally hold. But as far as face, my number one thing has to be time. Because if a woman is not willing to invest time into what I'm trying to invest time in, we ain't no need to take anything any further. Because we can have that conversation up front. What you trying to do? What you trying to do? This is what I'm looking for. If we can't meet on the common ground, conversation can be on. We can split our ways right then and just save time.
That's real.
Time is definitely it. Time is definitely it.
I think for me, I'll just give a top 5 because Face laid out a pretty good list there of a lot of the major qualities. I think for me, I'll start with, and haters gonna hate me, and I know people gonna call me superficial, but you gotta look good to me. That can be that, and I'm mainly talking about like your facial features, because I'm gonna see that before I notice your body, before I notice your brains, before I notice how smart you are, how kind you treat me, or that you save the world. Like the first thing I saw in my woman was her face, and I knew right then, okay, I can wake up to that face for the rest of my life. That would make me happy. So I think looks for me is number one. Number two, I'd have to say agreeability, and I don't mean that in like the terms of like the way a lot of people try to use it now as like being submissive or just going along with anything. I mean more in the sense of you're able to respect and trust me enough that we can speak the truth to each other and agree to disagree if need be. Or if there's a reasonable compromise to be made, you're able to accept that and not be holding anything because you didn't get all of your way or I didn't get, what I mean? Like the ability to just kind of communicate and get on even ground, even when it's a difficult conversation, to me is huge, because I feel like that's all marriage is, a bunch of difficult ass conversations. So if I'm not going to be able to have them, that's going to be tough. You know what I mean? I think number 3 would be, like Faye said, the willingness to give me your time, because like that's how you build that friendship part of the relationship that actually keeps you going past the sexual attraction and shit. Like when shit get boring, like you still gotta like that person, and the only way you can build that bond is by having that time. So I like that. I definitely agree with Face on that. That time is huge. I would say, how well do you take care of a home? Because at the end of the day, if I'm going to be able to follow my ambitions, I'm going to need a woman that can take care of home just as good as myself. And I grew up, you know what I mean? We grew up in the old school era when you was latchkey kids and you was coming home and you was taking care of the crib by yourself, cleaning up the house, cooking your own dinner, all that shit at a young age. So like for me, I've been used to taking care of shit for a long time. So I need somebody that can be my partner in that. And like, if I'm the one working late tonight, that you're going to be able to handle dinner and have that ready when I get home and have the house clean and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like that willingness to be able to take care of home doesn't mean that you even necessarily got to, because if shit hit the fan and I end up, you know, like I said earlier, hurt or on disability or something, I got to be a house husband. I don't mind doing it, but the willingness to do it so that we can both pursue our ambitions equally, you know what I mean? And then I think the last one for me would be understanding. Like you ain't gotta agree with everything that I do, but you gotta understand me enough to accept it, if that makes sense. Like you might not like me playing video games, but you gotta be willing to accept it. Or you might not like the fact that I love my job and the type of job I got might have me staying out till 9 o'clock at night while you at home. Like you gotta understand it, because you gotta be willing to let me kind of get that out so that I can be happy as well. And as far as me being happy, because I feel like in a marriage, both parties got to be able to be happy individually. They can't depend on each other for their happiness. So I can't just be dependent on the shit you doing for me for happiness. I got to have them outlets to kind of just, you know what I mean, get the man day off me after a long day, that type of shit. So I think understanding would be my last one. Yeah.
I think y'all kind of hitting all of them at once, but like time is big on me, because with time, first of all, if you first talking to a woman or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have the women you talk to or whatever, it seems like you gotta always be on their time or whatever, or they only talk to you when it's convenient for them or whatever. If you just find someone that just actually just hitting you up just to see how you're doing, or just want to, you know, just chill or have some time with you or whatever, that's one key clue that, all right, might be somebody I might want to talk, but like, you know, stay around with.
Yep, you better act like you like me.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't act like you like me, or you just seem like you got some women that just like they're doing you a favor, letting you take them out and spend money and gas and time on them. Like I could go somewhere and find somebody that actually appreciate this. Like
easier than you can too.
Yeah, like
we are out. They outnumber us in this world.
This is my thing on that point, Pat. With the women out there, they feel like pussy is everything, so a man willing to pay for everything. My hand just as good as that pussy. Because at the end of the day, all I'm looking for is that last 30 seconds of that nut.
Yeah.
So if you trying to pimp a person out for their money and everything, I can save all my money, put it into an investment, grow my money 10 times fold better than that pussy feel for that last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So they got to figure out how much they value themselves first. Because if you approaching a man and you think that you're doing him a favor, you ain't doing shit but falling into the trap.
And then
that was a big word right there.
Then when they put their pussies on the pedestal up into the sky so it shines, and that is
into the sky so it shines.
and so the world can see that they got the greatest thing in the world or whatever. Y'all know what I'm getting at or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you with them and it actually happens or whatever. Like you have to actually get me to that 30 seconds. It's not just about you. You just having the time of your life. Just having the time oh, everything you want to do, we getting it done.
Lick my nipple too, damn it.
What about me? You done fell asleep.
You gonna kiss me down there?
I'm over here tapping you on your hind parts while you sleep. Because it's still there. It's still there. It'll be there in the morning.
That is the beauty of being married. You ain't got to tap too long.
It'll be there in the morning. If I'm here in the morning, I might just leave. Whatever. That's the thing that gets me, man. It's like, y'all, it's just as much as men, y'all come across those men that just be talking cash junk about how they do stuff in the bed and all that other stuff. We come across quite a few of y'all. And with the state of how the woman wave of rap is going or whatever, it's just increasing. Y'all are slowly turning into the men that y'all talk junk about this for the past 20 some years. The woman version.
When I was
preaching going on tonight, let the doors of the church open.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say some real shit. When I wasn't married and I was single and I was fucking, it is some trash ass pussy out there. So just like they say, it's some trash ass dick. Yeah, it may be trash dick to y'all, but it is some trash ass flounder fish ass pussy out there too. So let's just keep it on an even keel and not be biased. It's trash on both sides. It's trash on both sides. You hear me?
Like man, this is crazy, man. I just feel like I've been saying this. The roles are flipping. And I think the reason why that every last one of them can put theirs up to the sun so it can shine on or whatever on the pedestal is because men don't usually be vocal about it. Like on social media sense or whatever. Mm-hmm. The only time you really heard a man be vocal about it is probably that one crazy comedian that you know back in the day, that one crazy comedian, that one hardcore rap song or whatever. Like that's the only time I see people vote. I can go on Facebook, I can go on social media, I can go on a song, I can go in a movie, I can go on a daytime television show.
I can tell you a couple stories.
Oprah, half the TV, half of media, they're all saying that men are trash every day, right now. Yeah. We could probably pop something up right on this TV right now and find something. Like that's the only thing. We just not vocal. Just I'm
gonna hit you with some stats real quick. I'm gonna hit you with some stats real quick. Is it more women or more men on this planet?
More women.
So statistically, it got to be more shit ass women than there is men, right?
The numbers would say so.
Let's look numbers.
Allegedly.
You feel me? Because I know people gonna hear this and be like, "What is Face talking about? Oh my God, Face, you women." No, it ain't women bashing. Let's talk statistics. Let's talk numbers and talk facts. If it is more of something and less of something else, and you divide the more of something into two groups, a good group and an ain't shit group, I guarantee that ain't shit group is going to outweigh the other people ain't shit group.
Yeah. Oh man, y'all done touched on so much here. I gotta unpack a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna start with what Pat said when he was talking about the roles reversing. Women gotta start valuing stuff that matters to them when they're picking men in themselves. Like valuing our education and our earning potential, I understand. But that, if you listen to the list that we gave, we ain't say shit about those two things. We don't care about your money. We want somebody else gonna treat us right, be able to talk to us, give us some time, and love on us. And somebody that we want to look at. It ain't got shit to do with your money, your earning potential, your school you went to, the degrees you got. You got 6 degrees like Umar allegedly. And we still gonna be like, okay, well, what about this other stuff? Because that other stuff is what's gonna make you stick. The other stuff got me locked down for the past, what we on, 15 years? So, yeah. It's the other stuff, ladies. And also, like Faye said, y'all outnumber us by a lot. It's going to be easier for us to find the woman of our dreams than it is for you to find a man of your dreams if you out here disqualifying people or kind of saying, hey, well, you don't make enough money. You better find that man that can treat you right, because the average man that make a lot of money, that's the top 10% of the world.
You don't make enough money, but she don't got a
Them
job.
dudes ain't got time for you. Them dudes is probably
And
gonna
this my
cheat on
thing.
you. Just being
This my
honest,
thing.
like
How you got expectations? How you want somebody to meet your expectation that you don't even meet?
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Oh, and to put this out
big
there,
facts.
because for some reason there's this this stigma that every time a man talks about a woman, he thinks all women are like that. That's not the
Oh
case.
no.
I wish y'all need to stop indirectly.
We talking numbers. We talking facts and stats.
Yeah, like y'all
That's
need
it.
to stop indirectly defending these trash females that we talk about like they don't exist. They exist. Some of them are your
Oh
friends.
no. That's not it. That's not it.
some
They
some of
defend. They gonna always defend them to men. They gonna always defend another woman to men, but they gonna trash them to each other. You feel me? That's the key. A woman ain't gonna agree with you when you talking down about a woman, but the second another woman says something, they're gonna agree with them. Yeah, she ain't trash. She ain't shit, girl. You know, girl. But you gonna uphold her in front of them. It ain't all like that, man. You don't know her like that. She been through something.
No, I know her like that, and everybody's been
I
through
think
something.
the key is
All right,
we gotta be able to have real and honest conversation. Like we gotta both be able to accept the truth. We gotta be able to accept the truth about men. We got to be able to accept the truth about women, and we got to be able to be honest about it. And we can't be defending stuff because of the way we feel. Like I think, like we always be talking about, man, that feeling stuff can make
gets
stuff
in the
real
way.
sticky. Like if you just keep it on what it is, like it go back to that communication piece, ladies. Like to get a man that's gonna do all the things you might be wanting, you're gonna have to be able to communicate, right? Like you got to be able to listen to the honest truth and accept that, and him be able to do the same, and then y'all meet in the middle. Like that's the only reason I can stay with my wife. Like my wife got me because on top of everything else that she got, we can actually end up agreeing at the end of the day. Like we can agree to disagree or agree to agree, but we can accept the facts. And we've gotten to the point after all these years that we're able to both like look at the truth of whatever the situation is and deal with that, not go past that, not be tripping, not be, oh, well, you said this about me and I feel no, but is what you said true? And if it is, then you know what I mean, we got to be able to accept that. And ladies, I love y'all, but y'all got to be able to accept that. Like my sisters, that's the key missing. Like a lot of women value themselves above the man and think that they're not willing to accept the truth. Like, but ma'am, yeah, you're the woman, but you're also not bringing much to the table on your end. So why are you trying to down all of this that I'm bringing to the table? Like,
yeah, when you become a bill, you're not. You now I'm looking at you like a bill. I'm not looking at you like someone important in my life. I'm looking at you as, all right, I'm just taking her out so I could possibly get some tonight.
Indeed.
That's not a good feeling.
Not at all.
And if you're going to bring feelings into an argument, you're going to have to recognize my feelings also. And if I say I feel some type of way, and you're saying, well, you just feel that way because blah, 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 blah. As soon as you start putting that, I'm putting that up to my list. And if I start hearing too much of that, of you, just putting my feelings off to the side when I got to deal with your feelings, I'm going to disappear on you after a while. And I've been single since 2008.
If you didn't know, ladies, he's single. If you have missed our past episodes, he is still single. He got y'all.
No, I don't. I never got y'all because I've been single since 2008. So evidently I don't got nobody because I've been single for the past since past decade.
Well, ladies, that's our opinion on it. Let us know what y'all feel down in the comments. We're willing to have a conversation. We're willing to, if we said something that is wrong, come with the evidence.
Some kind of way.
We're willing to have that conversation because we can learn
some kind of way. We did
anything. We just got opinions on everything. So
and make sure you hit that like button.
Yeah. hit the like button. Comment
This is
down there.
good.
Like, we want to have a conversation with y'all. But I guess the best way to sum up my little segment is, ladies, stop bullshitting with yourself.
And that leaves us on the Faces Top 5 ways to stop bullshitting with yourself for ladies and men.
See what I did there?
Now let's see. I love the segue. Now, my number one way to stop bullshitting with yourself is to make up your damn mind and stick with it. When you're constantly flip-flopping, you can never move forward on shit. So you're constantly bullshitting with yourself because you know what you think you want to do, but you can't make up your mind between this and that. So you keep flopping between this and starting it and that and starting it. And you keep stopping both. Make up your mind and move forward. Second thing, stop making excuses. Well, I can't do this because of this right now. You know, I got this bill right here, and I got to do this tomorrow. None of that really matters, because if you want to do it, just go do it.
Yeah.
Stop making excuses of everything, because life going to continue to happen regardless if you got a goal or not. So get your goal, make up your mind, stop making excuses, and just go do that shit.
Hey, everybody, we did it with this podcast. Just do it.
Damn right. Number 3, stop half-assing it. If you're going to go hard, if you're going to do something, go all the way, go hard with that shit. Go 100%. Don't go 50% to get mad when it ain't end up working the way I wanted to work, because you half-assed it. Put your all into it if you really want to do it. You can't accomplish nothing. You can't accomplish nothing putting half a foot on something. Try to walk up a stair and put half of your foot and all your weight on that half. Your ass gonna fall.
Your ass back.
Stop half-assing it. Next thing, stay focused on what needs to be done. Key word in there is needs to be done. Needs. When you know what you want to do, you can always see what you want to do to get there. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. But what are the needed and necessary steps to get you there? Don't avoid those, because you can't avoid a needed step to try to hop over and do a wanted step, because you'll end up hopping too far and falling on your damn face.
Foundation must come for the walls.
Last thing, pay attention to the repeated actions that has led you to unwanted results.
Learn from the past. That's real as shit. That's real as shit.
If you do not learn from the past, you're destined to repeat it.
Amen.
If you keep hitting the same cycle and keep getting the same results, it ain't everything else. It's you that needs to change something in what you're doing. Figure it out.
Yeah. Survey says no lies detected there, champs.
And that's Faces Top 5 ways to stop bullshitting with yourself for this week.
I like it. I like it.
Now we're gonna move on to my group topic. You know, it's a two-parter, but it all goes together. We're gonna discuss the fear of success and the art of failure.
The art of failure.
So it's a few points to being so scared to succeed, and it's talking points. And the same goes for the art of failure. But the art of failure is more like how you craft your own defeat. You feel me? So
self-sabotage is real.
So the first thing on the fear of success is you're so scared of winning you don't even try.
Yeah.
And that goes hand in hand with the first principle of the art of failure is to not try is to fail. When you start off so scared of your success, you start off doing the architecture of your own failure. You can't be scared of winning. You got to take that first step out there. You got to take a step towards your goal.
That's true.
Don't be 90 looking back at your 30s and like, you know, when I was 30, I wish I'd have did this. I had the energy, I had the strength. I should have did. No, do it now. Don't look back and wish you would have. Second thing on my fear of success. You feel success leads to change, and people hate change. It takes them out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
You feel me? When people are successful, it forces them to change their surroundings, change who you're around.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't like change. A lot of people are fearful of change and don't know how to adapt to that. But in anything, when you want to go forward and maturate in life, mature in life, grow in life, your surroundings have to change. You can't stay stagnant in the same area.
That's real.
People don't aspire to get rich and stay in the hood. People aspire to make it out of the hood, to change their surroundings, change their financial back. You feel me? Aspire for change. Don't aspire for the constant and the same. Don't aspire to be like the dude down the block and been down the block his whole life. Don't aspire to be like, oh, he's the biggest hustler in the hood. Yeah, he's the biggest hustler in the hood. He could have taken that same knowledge and went on and opened a business. Don't be like that, man. He's stuck. Don't be stuck. Next thing. Not knowing what comes next if I succeed. So why not just stick what I know? That fear of the unknown stops a lot of people from even trying.
Yeah, that's true. That's big.
Well, if I do this and I actually get this money, what's gonna happen? I don't know if I do this. If I move and I get this house and I move, I don't know if my family gonna still fuck with me. If I get this job, what's gonna happen? I ain't gonna be able to chill no more. Man, why still stick with what you're doing if your situation is pissing you off and you're frustrated in your situation? You have an opportunity to change it. Go ahead and take your opportunity, man.
Only way
Why keep looking your opportunity in the face? Mm-hmm. You feel me? You tired of being where you at. You keep complaining every month. Oh, these bills piling up. I ain't got enough money to pay this bill. But you got an opportunity to make a job if you quit smoking weed for a little bit, but you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Quit smoking that damn weed, get a damn job. Change the situation. Get out your comfort zone and change the situation. You feel me? Like, be something different to get something different. Mm-hmm. Being yourself, you can only get what you normally get. If you want something different, do something different. Now, on to the art of failure.
Yep. You preach it.
Art of failure, I'm looking at just because you take an L doesn't mean don't try again. It means the exact opposite. You take an L, that means you automatically try again. Mm-hmm. The age-old saying is, you fall off the horse, you get back up and try again. You fall off the bike, you get back up and try again. So in essence, they've been telling you since you was a little kid, if you fail, get your ass up and try again. What your mama tell you, you go outside and get your ass whipped, don't come in here till you win.
You can't truly win until you don't learn how to lose.
Try again. If you get an F on a test and the teacher offers you a makeup, you going to say no, or you going to attempt to get a higher grade. If you fail, try again. You went up for the promotion with a nigga next to you beat you out because he had a little bit more experience. Get your experience up and try again.
Church.
That's all you got to do.
Big facts.
Don't shape your own failure by not trying.
Yeah, don't
Next thing in the art of failure. The moment you quit, you fail. As long as you can try, you have a chance.
Yeah.
The moment you say, man, I can't do it. You feel me? The moment they say, I can't do it, you done. Mentally, you just decapitated any chance you had. You just cut it off at the head. Mm-hmm. And as we all know, to defeat anything, you cut it off at the head. You got to always know, as long as you got a fighting chance, that's just what that is, a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Everybody said, Roy going to get knocked out. Roy had a fighting chance. Roy didn't get knocked out. Tyson
he also
tried,
ain't the average man.
You feel me? Roy tried. Tyson tried to knock Roy out. Roy didn't go get knocked out. He tried.
Did not.
You feel me? He knew from jump, hey, this nigga might kill me, but I'm going to try. You feel me? You got to be willing to take a step.
And Tyson willing to try knocking him out again, evidently.
Mm-hmm.
trying to reassure
he wasn't scared of his success. He was like, I was successful this time. I'm going to try again, too.
My second to last one is constant hesitation leads to missed opportunities.
That's true. Lord, I felt that.
A lot of times we don't go with our gut feeling. when we get a chance.
Opportunity is only open for a
You feel me?
while. Gotta step through it.
We can kick it to another level. Don't look a blessing in the face and ignore it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You have an opportunity to better yourself in a positive way. Take advantage of it. They always say, everybody don't get a chance. Everybody wants a chance. You're right. Everybody don't. But a lot of people do, and they don't realize they're getting a chance.
This is true.
Open your eyes and be visible to the opportunities, and don't hesitate. Stop double guessing. Stop triple guessing. Well, should I? What should I? What should I? What shouldn't I? Well, I don't know it. Do the shit. Once again, stop bullshitting with yourself and do the shit.
Stop bullshitting with yourself.
And my last thing on the art of failure, people got to realize when ambition meets reality, you will be ready. You got to understand when you put your thoughts and your goals to work, you ready then. You putting that shit into your own reality. You're taking it out your head and making it physical.
Mm-hmm. Manifest.
You ready. You ready to win. But as long as it's still in your head and you don't want to, I ain't going to tell nobody. People going to think I'm dumb. People might have thought the same shit about us three trying to start a fucking podcast. Y'all want to do what? But look at us.
Yep.
And look what we've attained in a short amount of time. You feel me?
Yep. We got 160 people in our pod squad.
You feel me?
We love y'all.
And 16 episodes.
We went from a conversation with 3 people to 163 now. We deep.
Exactly. Episode 16. And when we on 100, when we doing 160 episodes on 1,600
that's
episodes.
Crazy. 16 episodes, 160.
Man. 16 episodes, man.
And we had 160. 16 times 10. That's crazy.
This was a numbers day because it's also 333.
Exactly. You got to realize our
birthday,
ambition met reality.
Oh, yeah.
We're ready to win. And we're continuously to succeed because we took what was in our minds and made it reality. Indeed. Ambition met reality. Indeed. As long as they can do that, they can keep from failing. Once again, it's an art to failing. But it goes hand in hand with the fear to success. As long as the only true thing that can stop you from achieving your goals is you.
Amen.
You are the biggest obstacle to yourself.
So get out your own damn way. Basically.
Continue to smell your damn self, sidestep yourself, and go ahead and hurdle yourself too. Get to your damn goal. And that's all I got to say.
Amen and amen. And the doors of the church are open. We're going to pass a collection plate around that way. Choir, can you give us a beat selection, please?
No, you can't put a coupon in the collection plate. You better get that coupon out that collection plate.
Right there, right.
Pod Squad, y'all think he's preaching to y'all. He's fussing me out. Subliminally.
Hey, man, when the word hit, man, let him use you, man. Very move you.
Feel like you're right there in front of the pulpit. And everything the preacher say, and this nigga right here. He ain't saying that, but it sounds like.
I've often thought about being in the clergy, but I can't talk like I talk in that field. So,
well, they got that cussing preacher on YouTube, so you can join.
Oh yeah, that guy's a lesson. Let's give it. Freddie Gibbs had him on a skit. I think he said we're gonna call this one a fuck a cue. I give a fuck a cue. Fuck you barbecue. I was like, what in the world is this guy?
I bet the chicken and the ribs good.
I still rather listen to him than that other guy that my parents be listening to. That boy, he come in sounding like this, like he smoked like 60 cigarettes, and then I be hearing him and whatever. And he's talking about that girl in the front with that wild dress. You can't be just doing all that and then think you can come to the church every day. These hoochie mamas and hoes and stuff. I'm like, did he just say hoe?
Oh man.
Like, God damn, what is that in your throat?
That sounds like some fuckery.
All kinds of fuckery. Oh, yeah. The good in the fuckery.
Well, I'm on one today.
Yeah. This is I'm gonna start this segment of the good and the fuckery with something I missed last week. I probably should have hit on this last week, but I forgot all about it because that was a big list of fuckery that week. And a lot of good too. But yeah, Ted Cruz and that winter Cancun vacation while everybody in Texas was freezing.
Yeah, that's the biggest level of fuckery right there.
Yeah, man. And then they don't even stop right there.
Some of them folks still ain't got power yet.
He blamed it on his wife. Then he blamed it on his kids. Then, like the kids wanted to go Cancun. Who thinks about Cancun in the middle of the freaking winter?
Yeah, ain't no kids thinking about no damn Cancun. That's you, champ.
The kids got together.
A vacation right there. Ain't no damn children.
And the other kids found out about it.
They said Disney World, not no damn Cancun.
The other kids found out about it, and they asked their parents if they could go. So we all went on a trip conveniently right when the
worst crisis hit.
The worst thing that has ever happened to Texas that you would never expect to happen to Texas hit. Nobody would have ever thought that Texas froze over. You saw what I did there. Froze over right then and there. And the main person that seems like benefited out of this was Jerry Jones and his investments to the electric and gas company in Texas. Oh, wow. He says he has been, because of the extreme situations of Texas in that winter storm, the gas prices have skyrocketed, which actually put into his pocket. I think don't Jerry Jones own the Cowboys? Yeah. All right. Texas, I want you to really think about who y'all vote into the next elections or whatever, because the people that you let this be an example of the people that y'all have like cheered for and just made excuses for the fuckery that they do. People tend to not care about other people's fuckery until their fuckery fucks with them. And Texas is definitely being fucked with, pretty much. So,
fuck you, Ted Cruz.
Like, really think about that. Y'all been this way y'all been voting these people in for this long, and it's obvious that they are doing it for the money and the status and the power. They're not really caring about your benefit at all. Whatever. Now, mind you, a lot of things I can say is outside. It's like outside of what they could really prepare for, because this is Texas. There's no way their infrastructure was ready for a snowstorm. Like winter.
But the response could have been better.
The response definitely could have been better. All right. Now, I just want to give out that little bit of tidbit of like what they had to go against. But the simple fact that what you got to go against. You've never been in a snowstorm before. Your wires and lines in the area that give electricity has never experienced that before. They're like your gas and water and electric and utilities have never experienced that before, and it's happening. You would think with as much pull as the state of Texas would have, they would put something together to try to have a better response. But I just wanted to put that out there because I missed that, and Ted Cruz is a fuckboy anyway. Anyway, on to more fuckboys and fuckeries. And everything you motherfuckers stand for. Got to get all the politicians, Mitch, Nancy, Ted, all of them to be on the media a little too much. But yeah, next tidbit. Benzino's daughter, Coi Leray. Leray. It just feels it's Libra. It's Coi Leray. It's Coi Leray. I'm probably saying it wrong.
Oh my god.
Oh
Oh
man.
my god.
So what was
Coi
she on?
Leray. That's his daughter's name for real.
Nah, it's
Coi
Leray.
Leray.
It's Coileray. That's what it is. But I said it right, but it just sounds funny. Coi Leray. That sounds funny. Anyway, I'm probably gonna get got. You messed up her name. But she says
her
that
daddy messed up her name.
Yeah, that she says she's embarrassed. No, she messed up the name on another way because she says she's embarrassed of Benzino and his antics.
What is he doing?
Pretty much.
I ain't heard nothing from Benzino in a minute. Says love and hip hop.
You know, with social media, you can always have some type of audience. He's back at it talking about Eminem before, and him and Royce,
Man,
the
Lord,
5'9" got into it.
Lord, that is so long ago. Let it go, brother.
But that don't got nothing to do with
was it like 03?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they don't got nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's like she was on this podcast. I think it's called a Lip Talk podcast. I forgot. But Angela Yee is a part of it or whatever. Because I saw it on like Lip Service. Yeah, exactly. But Angela Yee was up there, was like, yeah, I wasn't sure about this because I know your father said something, some bad words about me, and I was feeling some type of way with it, but I don't want how I feel about your father interfere with your success, pretty much. And she was just expressing how
Benzino beefing with Angela Yee too?
Angela Yee got the rumor report, and she probably was like actually stated something that happened, probably the way when he was talking junk back and forth with Royce or whatever. And she probably said something saying how she feel about the subject, and he disagreed because you know how we talked about it before, how celebrities be testing their celebrity and they be feeling like their celebrity is bigger than their actual
Benzino ain't that big of a celebrity though. I think he might be overvaluing himself.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely
that one little song with Made Men and the Locks, and then
Benzino.
And then he was the owner of the Source or whatever, or the editor for
that was
Source.
It. And he gave himself he gave himself 5 mics.
Who?
Benzino.
Oh, Stevie J friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the no net.
Yeah, he used to be in charge of the Source.
Althea X-Man. Oh, Althea X-Man. Oh, okay.
TT.
But yeah, she was just saying that she was saying how she like she's not trying to, let's say, he burned a lot of bridges or whatever that could have been beneficial for her, and she don't try to act like him or whatever with certain things, which is understandable.
Is she somebody in the, like, why is she being in it? Is she famous, or is
she got a music career?
Okay.
Yeah, starting a music career or whatever. But I don't even feel like what they said on Lip Service was even that bad or whatever. Like she even said like, yeah, and that's why shows like this is good because he can see you for what you are, Angela Yee, and you're not what he said it was, and then see that, hey, she's a good person. Maybe I was just in my feelings or whatever. But that's not how Benzino felt. Benzino goes out and says, it's funny to see shit like this. These people here, including Coi, are delusional. Stop playing victim, Angela Yee. You talk shit about people, then when you get checked, you are a victim, like Gucci, like the Gucci situation. I don't even remember what happened, but I'm not a bully. So if I said something, you deserved it, and you alluded to not dealing with her, but guess what? You hold no weight in this industry, period. So who cares? Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And
she more relevant to him?
Evidently, he doesn't.
What the hell?
He does not. Oh, and he says for his daughter, as for Coi, I'm not even going to ignore. I'm going to ignore her foolishness like I've been. But eventually, since she wants to keep tarnishing my name, I'll have to tell my side, and she don't want that. So another day, and in this fake ass clout chaos, if I don't gotta prove nothing to anybody, dog, you
Your
spend
daughter.
wait. This is the thing. This is the thing about Benzino or whatever. Dog, you tarnished your own name. You own the source and made your group have 5 mics in the source, which is the highest like level of mics you could have as a rapper, right? Under your name. Isn't that suspect? To anybody?
Especially when we done heard you rap, sir.
Yeah, it's not that great.
You ain't hitting no 5 mic on nothing. You might have bought 5 microphones.
It's not now, mind you, I'm not going to down anybody's achievements because you have made some radio hits, but I have not liked
What radio
one
he
of them.
made?
Not one. I don't know.
One song. It was
you want to crash the party,
was
the party, something party.
What?
I don't know. It was something like that. We want to
One
crash
song
the
I
party,
remember him had is the
something
jump
party.
like the Belly soundtrack with Locks.
He had a little moment or whatever, but
that
I
moment
never
must have been regional because he ain't hit the 804 with that shit. He did not hit the 804 with that bullshit.
But I did never like the songs. I never did. And then you spend
your
career
whole went as far as your neck, sir.
The part is
I don't think I've ever listened to a Benzino song.
You probably not the only one, my friend.
I've never heard a Benzino song.
You probably are not the only one, my friend, but whatever. But he had a little run in between the Nelly Flow Rider era, sometime then. But
I never heard of it.
And thank God you have it. but he ends it with no.
No, I just never heard of it.
No, I never heard of it. He never.
I literally never heard of it.
Mm-mm. But he ends it with, I don't got to prove nothing to anybody, to anyone. And he spent his whole Instagram is him in the gym showing off. I don't get it. I don't know. I have a thing about men that have more than like 3 selfies in a row on Instagram. Like, if I scroll through and I don't see that one meme, I'm gonna feel you kind of suspect. It's something off about you.
I stick to Twitter. I ain't gotta see shit. I ain't gotta see what you look like. Let me read what you said. Let me see this meme.
I just be trying to look for memes, man, and then nah, man, I ain't trying to look at your workout plan, dog. I don't care what you do.
You need to stop following them.
I don't want to follow them. I usually unfollow them once I find out that. I just be looking for memes on the explore line. You know, you got my algorithm adjusts. It adjusts. And then my last little
looking at no next.
What did it say? What did it say?
Over there looking at no next swole niggas.
No, I only went on Benzino jump for this segment.
Niggas looking like this.
You know. He do got a neck like the Juggernaut, man. Like it look like somebody smacked him with a pan in his head, in his body.
Why swole niggas popping up on your timeline? What is happening?
I got
registered. Like what?
No, I got that off of Angela Yee, man. And I just went on his Instagram to actually get that quote. That's the only reason why I went on his Instagram to get that quote.
Oh man. Oh my God. Nigga got me crying.
Y'all niggas, man.
Oh my goodness.
So,
that shit registered slow, but when it hit. God damn. Oh man.
You ain't right. You ain't right. All right, so I'm gonna end this good and fuckery with a story from Obama. Obama says he broke his friend's nose for calling him a racial slur.
I want a friend. He should have broken nose.
That was about the same thing I said myself, sir. But he was on the interview. What is it? In an interview with rock legend Bruce Springsteen or whatever. Him and they basically was talking about race relations in America or whatever. So he brings up this story. So listen, when I was in school, I had a friend. We played basketball together, said Obama. And one time we got into a fight and he called me he called me a coon. That's what he said, a coon. It was a coon. I was like, what? Because they had deleted it out or whatever. Now, first of all, ain't no coons in Hawaii, right? it's one of those things that when he might not even know what a coon was, what he knew was, I can hurt you by saying this. He continued. And I remember I popped him in the face and broke his nose. And we were in the locker room.
Good man, Obama. Good man. Good stuff. Good stuff, champ.
Obama said that it's the person's thought pattern that leads to these verbal attacks, which ultimately lead to more destructive and violent behavior. That basic psychology. Wait, no, let me use his voice. That basic psychology that then gets institutionalized is used to justify dehumanizing somebody, taking advantage of them, cheating them, stealing from them, killing them, raping. I think my Obama voice kind of sounds like a pimped out Malcolm X voice, but that's what he said.
Yeah. Your Obama voice sounds just like them men that scrolling down your timeline.
Shut the hell up.
No neck.
It's the no neck effect.
I'm gonna put my timeline on the screen so y'all can see. No neck Goomba shape.
Please don't. I'm good. I don't want to see nothing that's going down your timeline. I'm straight. I am afraid.
My timeline is reckless, but they don't got no Goomba niggas up there, man.
Niggas ready to come after me.
You know what I did see on my timeline?
I'm sorry, no neckers.
Remember when I laughed and I was like, you come over here with the honey on your ass? I actually saw the girl on Instagram with honey on her ass. See how the universe works?
Oh, look at that. You manifested that.
Ain't that right? Ain't in real life, but hey, at least it's on Instagram. I want to talk about why I ain't single. Why I am single. I should say. I screwed that all up. X that out. Let's restart this. So I'm going to talk about why I'm single. Well, actually, the fears of a single man.
Tell me, because I have no idea about that life. I feel like I'd be learning so much from you.
So I was, on YouTube just looking up what I could find, probably find some topics for the show and everything or whatever. And then I saw this white lady, random TikTok video or whatever. And just out of the blue, she was like, y'all wonder why men don't commit. No, it's not that men has a fear of commitment. Just look at the stuff that you're trying to teach them. She was like, happy wife, happy life. Sounds like servitude to me. Then she said, if the wedding isn't 3 months of, if the wedding ring isn't 3 months of your salary, don't bother proposing. And now the wedding, that's hers. That's her special day, not yours, whatever. And then she go further. It says, if the wife goes, so do the kids. Pretty much. She said all that in the middle of the TikTok, pretty much. And she says it's not that commitment is going down. No, men being thought as a commodity more is going up, pretty much. So I really looked into it, and I was like, all right, I get where she's coming from, because like when as a single guy, and a lot of your friends are in relationships, or whatever, majority of the time, because I've been single for a whole decade. You start hearing a lot of relationship horror stories. You know, they like friends get divorced, how bad the divorce go, even within the relationship or whatever. It seems like the wife don't even want to listen to them or respect anything they got to say or anything like that. And then you start thinking, listening to it, you think to yourself, why would I just jump full-fledged into that? You know, like it's not that I think all relationships is like that. It's just that hearing these horror stories, I'm a bit more precautious about just jumping into any old relationship, as any person should. But I have talks with my female friends, and they'll say like, "So are you afraid of commitment?" And I'm like, "No, but you haven't been with nobody in a while." It's like, I'm not the one afraid of commitment. Whatever. It's just that I don't see anybody worth committing to, and nobody is like in a big hurry to commit. So it's not just the men that's not, that's afraid of commitment nowadays. More so, it probably is the women. Like the marriage rate in America is like completely down. It was like in an all-time low in 2018. There's censuses that's out there that says that pretty much the people that get married at the prime age of like 30 or whatever that's slowing down and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just people are a little bit like more thinking into just jumping in a full-fledged relationship commitment for the rest of their lives with the person. Like they really want to see, like me, I really want to see who that person is before I jump right into it. Like that's just me. I don't want to be in that situation where I'm living with this person, but they're not listening to a goddamn thing I have to say. It's like, what's the fucking point of me being in this relationship? I'm sorry, Face. I'm sorry, Face. It's just like, see, me, it's like, and it's like, like, I black out. I black out. Like, as soon as I start feeling like, all right, if it's just you saying everything, if it's just you talking or whatever, and I'm coming to see you, you might see less of me after a while. Like just in general, if you don't got like it's almost like a culture of just get the man, but just to say I have the man. I don't really even care what that man likes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what had to get me. Like what gets me is like you knowing little simple small stuff or whatever. Like, yeah, he don't like this drink. You know what? He likes this particular type of food. Hey, he actually is into this type of hobby. You know what I'm saying? Things like that or whatever. But it's people in relationships, been with them for a while. They don't know nothing about each other. More of a situation. It's more of a situationship, as Fabulous would say. Whatever. Like these are the fears that I have. Like I saw another woman, whatever, and she was talking about reproductive rights that a man has or whatever. So she said that if a woman gives birth to a child and decide that they don't want that child anymore or whatever, if they don't want the child anymore, they have the right to get an abortion. They can have the child and leave it at a church or orphanage or something like that, and it won't be looked at or frowned upon or whatever. But what she was getting at is like there's a lot of rights that women have that men don't, or whatever. A man cannot decide that, hey, I don't want this child anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And
go ahead.
Not to say that that's why I am. It's just like it seems like it's a lot of things I don't say, give me some worth to committing to. Like, it seems like there's a lot of things that could end up being a trap than more than a relationship or whatever. And I know
Well,
you
yeah,
justify
that's why
that
you
by
date.
finding the right one and this, that, and the third or whatever. But like at the same time, it's like a lot of people dated before they got the mate that they end up divorcing. You know,
Yeah,
like how did they get to that point?
I
Pretty
would,
much. Like,
I would say I agree with some of what you say as far as like your fears. I think a lot of them are very valid fears to have, especially if you haven't been in like a marriage type relationship. Um, I believe in the last sentence of what that first lady said, as far as commitment may not be going down. It's more that men are being thought of as a commodity. I do see that increasing in just like the younger culture and what I see on, in hearing music and that type of thing. Um, but I don't think that happy wife, happy life mean that you live in life as a slave. I think it more mean that you're doing your part as a man. Like, cause it's happy husband or happy hubby, or we gonna be getting a divorce too. Like, I mean, like shit ain't right in the house if daddy mad either. Like, if daddy mad, house ain't gonna be looking the same for a minute, the same way as a woman. I think it's just that for a lot of it, it's just about making each other happy. So it ain't really a slave thing. I think a lot of it come from like maybe she's witnessing a lot of bad relationships, and it is a lot of them out there. But as a person that's not in that type of relationship, I'm like, what? No, it ain't no
yeah.
slavery in my house. I wear the very big pants in this house, and have no issues with having a happy wife at the same time. Like, I don't know that it's a slave thing. And the wedding thing, you ain't got to be scared of. You do a destination wedding, you're gonna come out paying just about maybe a couple of grand, and you're gonna be able to have your honeymoon at the same time, and all of it be in one nice little package for you. And the people that can make it, that they make it, and if they don't, you get with them when you get back home. But
There you go.
But it's cheap, and like, and the wedding is not just her day. It was definitely my day too. Damn it, I was styling the profile, and you couldn't tell me shit. Yeah, damn it, this me. Look at what I'm doing. Hey, y'all. Like, it was a big deal for me. I think it all comes from the perspective that you enter it with, and the person that you end up even discussing that type of a deal with. Like, I think if you're dealing with fuck people, all of those fears will probably come true. If you're dealing with the right person, they won't. And that's how you know. Like, but I'm a big fan too, though, of dating for a long time before you get married. Like, I've been with my wife for going on 16 years, but we've only been actually married for the past, about to be 6. Like, we was in a strong 10-year relationship to where we got a chance to go from not living together to living together to dealing with all of the bullshit in between and seeing how each other would react to it. So I think that, like, I'm a big proponent of, like, you can be engaged for a while. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to get married. And I think a lot of people, what they do is they get so stuck on the wedding date that they like rush things. Like, if the marriage feel rushed, something wrong. If it feel like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what the shit is when you dating people. But I also would add to that, when you dating, you can't be dating fuck people. Like, you got to kind of choose your pool that you picking from. Like, it's just like fishing. Like, if you go to the bullshit pond that only got guppies and minnows in that bitch, that's all you're gonna catch. But if you go to the river where they got some big mouth bass and some spot and some all that, then that's what you're gonna catch. You know what I mean? Like, wherever you cast your reel, that's what you're gonna catch. So, like, give yourself the best chance to get someone that's quality by finding a place where women who have those qualities that you're looking for are more likely to congregate. But if you looking for a wifey and you keep meeting broads at the club or meeting broads at the gas station, that might not be the smartest place, because them women may be of a may have a limit on their quality just based off the circumstances they in, the life they live, their current lifestyle. So you gotta like that. What they say in the Bible, you gotta be equally yoked. And I think it start by like dating people that are equally yoked. Then you're gonna, for one, you're gonna be able to find your person a little easier because they actually have a higher chance of meeting the standards that you're looking for in a woman. But then two, like, you don't deal with as much bullshit when you don't deal with bullshit people. You know what I mean? So I think that come into it too. But I think you got some valid fears there. I mean, like, hey, I always say, man, I'm glad I'm married because that single life these days seems like it is scary. So I understand.
Now mind you,
I'm fearful chance.
Now I really don't. Real. I just brought up the wedding thing because that's what she brought up or whatever. She more carried it like the way the media shows, like how weddings and everything is like just strictly for the woman or whatever. The way I think that she was more like how the media portrays how women think of relationships and commitment or whatever more than that thing of, because at the same I'm humble.
Man, finish your sentence. What the hell did you say?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm humble.
I got to a person.
What did you say? Like you feel like you was on the way to a point, then you just cut it off.
I got away.
Hold on.
Like
get back to that. Finish that.
By point I was saying before. Face is killing me, man. All right.
His ad-libs in the background is killing me.
But I don't really care. I probably wouldn't care too much about who the wedding is for. Like, you know, like I don't know. I think if I was to have a wedding,
man, you don't give a fuck about that wedding shit. That's what you're trying to say.
Right. You more about the real stuff. I understand.
Yeah, like I wouldn't really care, and I think that's any basic man or whatever.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate
he won't go get to that for nothing, boy. God, he was so scared to say that.
What I'm trying to say is,
no, I was trying to actually find the words to say.
I don't give a fuck about that wedding shit. That's what you're trying to say.
Very succinct, concise, and I get it. Yes,
I was trying to find a nicer way of saying it, but I should have just said it the way I was thinking it. But yeah, I don't
perfectly. I don't give a fuck. See, we say I don't give a fuck. It goes for so much shit. So I don't give a fuck about that. Whatever you want to say, right there. I don't give a fuck about
I wouldn't give a fuck about a wedding or planning a wedding or anything. I'd probably just go in like, all right, what do you want? What can we afford? What can we do? Pretty much, and just deal with it just like that. Or whatever.
And ain't nothing wrong with that approach.
But I think the way she was catering it, the way she was saying it is like with, there's really nothing that caters to men or whatever. Like Valentine's Day really media-wise caters to women.
See, if you're just talking about media, then yeah, okay, I get that.
Yeah, that's what
I don't live in
saying.
Media, so I don't. That's why I guess I disagree. Like,
that's why I said. Okay. That's why I wanted to cross over since I don't really give a fuck about the wedding thing. But yeah, like if you really, is it a day for men other than Father's Day? And then if you're not a father, you don't. Yeah, if you're not a father, then that's really not your day either. So
day for me is any day I tell everybody, hey, I'm taking the day off today. Y'all go and figure it out. That's the day. Yeah. That's my Arbor day. I pick my own day. Arbor Day. What the hell you say? Arbor Day. What
the hell? I heard it was a steak and BJ day, but I don't even know how true that is. Roots.
I mean, we got Movember.
Movember?
Something like that. I don't know what that's really for, but I think it's when all the men grow beards. I don't know, some shit like
Taco
that.
Tuesday.
I love Taco Tuesday.
See?
I think Titty Tuesday was my Tuesday. And I think that's the one day that actually caters to men.
That's why you ain't getting married. You out here chasing titties instead of love.
But he chasing what he loves.
I want a business. I'm not really caring.
You want a business with titties?
Nah, I want a business. Not really like out here trying my hardest to find someone. I'm just waiting for that to happen. But
I
in the
feel you.
meantime of me doing that,
You still want some titties.
I have these fears in the back of my mind. Like, if I'm going to be, it's more like, if I'm going to settle down with somebody, this person has to be special. Because I've been out for, I'm used, the only thing I have is my peace. You know what I'm saying? When I'm by myself, when I'm alone, I have my peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need nobody taking my peace away or whatever. I need somebody to increase the peace. And if it ain't increasing the peace, it ain't fucking working.
Fair enough. Well, I ain't got no argument there.
Yeah, that's all it is to it.
Big on peace.
Serenity now.
Peace of
Amen.
mind. Peace of mind. Somebody always trying to get a peace of mind. That's why I got to carry my peace. That's what Andre said.
So from getting peace of mind to somebody who's always disturbing the peace, it's time for Tiz's Umar Weekly Update.
Oh, not Ludacris, Umar.
Ludacris, nigga.
Yeah, man.
Well, it's a little bit of a short week for Umar this week, but he's still doing his weirdo shit. So he started the week off with an IG live of him in somebody's backyard. He's running around with a yellow shirt. He got on some new jeans though, y'all. He got on some new jeans. He done freed them jeans. Amen to that. Let's just give it up for them jeans finally getting out of bondage. He done emancipated them.
My Lord.
But he's out in his backyard and he's yelling about one wives, yelling about he ain't got nowhere to do his book signing in Oakland, so he needs somebody in Sacramento. They let him come speak at their hair salon or their barbershop or their church. I'm still trying to figure out why nobody ever calls him to come to their place. He's always begging to come to somebody else's house. So that's just weird to me.
At a barbershop in a
At
church.
the most requested. Yep, for a book signing. Uh-huh.
He can come to my barbershop.
Lord. I don't even know what that means.
Just know I cut my own hair and I don't own a barbershop.
They only use
that's probably where he gonna need to come. Because apparently Oakland didn't really have none for him. So in the middle of this yelling and begging, he takes out a bottle of water and drinks some of it, then just pours it on his head and start rubbing it in, talking about he needed some ashe. Some ashe. I thought ashe was more of an affirmative type of thing where you're saying, like almost like amen, like, right on. Yes, I agree. I understand. Not it was water rubbing it on his head. But what the hell do I know? So he just rubbing the water on his head. Then he lay down in the middle of this backyard and he starts talking about he needs some wives. And he needs some wives to rub his feet and to handle his big toes. And he says he's not going to the Asians because he's not going to let no China man rub on his big toes. He says he needs some black women out there to rub his feet with some hot shea butter, some hot lemon juice, some hot agave, some hot guacamole, and other food-based items.
He is the poster boy of hotels.
He said hot agave, and hot guacamole. So you want tequila root and salsa and chips on your feet.
What is that with your boy, man?
And there's somebody that's claiming he is a clinical school psychologist, and he wants to open a school for black boys.
I'm avoiding commitment. He asking for wives, multiple.
Oh, but after he's asked for this, and said he wanted people to rub hot guacamole on his feet, he then said he needs his woman to handle his big toes and wash his feet like the black Christ he is. So now he's Jesus, y'all. Now he Jesus.
Yo,
this Negro is Jesus now. My Jesus. Jesus ain't never talking about no rub my feet with no hot guacamole. Jesus ain't never begged for no money. Jesus
never had to.
Jesus said he was gonna come down for your sins, and he did it. Nigga, you ain't over your school yet, and you out here worried about rubbing your big toes with grease and shea butters and lemon juice. What the fuck?
And people
What is
actually
happening? And people sending you money.
people
What
are
is
actually
going on?
people actually requested for Jesus and continue to request for Jesus.
Jesus
after.
ain't never had no problem finding a venue to speak. Jesus was talking to multitudes of 5,000 people. Negro, you got like 20 people in a convenience store coming to see you, and half of them be the same people every damn city.
He was on live like all day one day.
He always on IG Live, but never
all
doing
day.
anything productive. He's just on there talking the same stuff, talking the same misinformation about special education, calling people lazy, calling people coons, talking about grits, talking about wives, and now he done added in rubbing water on his head, talking about getting his big toes rubbed, while calling himself Jesus.
Where's the man? I'm getting tired of this Umar.
Man, bro, it's like this is a cartoon at this point. He then goes on another live where some lady that made him some chocolate-covered strawberries, so he gets to kissing her on the cheek and all up in her face. Not a mask in sight in the room. Everybody in there just sharing COVID. He just breathing high breath on these folk, and they breathing right back on him.
Here's some fresh COVID for you right here.
Like kissing on somebody, kissing on this lady. You don't know if that lady, kid watching, you don't know who this lady is from Adam. She just made you some strawberries, and now you feel the right to kiss on her. Then he was on another live where he's just sitting in the restaurant, nodding his head to music and showing the menu. That was what he was doing. What is the purpose of these lives at this point? Why are we still lying to ourselves, people who support Umar? Why are you telling yourself that this is actually somebody who's opening a school with your money? He's never doing anything to renovate the school. He's not even a real black leader at this point. Like, where was he in Texas helping with the power crisis? Why are you not at the school renovating? Why are you not somewhere working on policy change to actually help our people? Why are you not doing anything productive during your day but sitting on Instagram Live, talking about women and making up weird stuff like learning disabilities grow on trees and talking about your big toe, calling yourself Jesus? What the hell does this have to do with FDMG Academy? Where's the school, Umar? Another school year is almost over, and we are still looking at them same abandoned buildings with Moria Academy signs everywhere and their basketball uniforms. When you gonna actually have something? You done let the jeans go. Now let this dream go. Stop it, Umar. Stop it.
He's so creepy, man. When he be talking about women, he's so creepy.
He is a sexual predator, bro. But I figured out. I got my top 6 reasons why the Umar supporters stay stuck on his message. I figured it out. It's one of these 6 things. You Umar supporters, you fit into one of these 6 categories. I promise you. They are often uneducated on the topics he speaks on. See, dumb niggas sound real smart when they in a room full of other dumb people, because they don't know no better. So everything he say that's over 3 syllables, they be like, oh my God, it's got to be true. He's saying it so articulately. I understand. Or they're in category 2. They are lonely women or women who are looking for a man and are single. So they, instead of even paying attention to what he's saying, they just attracted to him. So they just support him blindly. So they're willing to ignore all of the other stuff, hoping that he gives them some play, i.e. Stripper Bay that he had a couple of years ago.
Oh, Stripper Bay.
Number 3 category to be in Umar supporters. They are often single parents who are just looking for a father figure for their child. They've already exhausted their efforts in their own lives. So at this point, they're just looking for any man that fits what they consider to be manhood criteria. If you're a big dude, okay, cool. You're 6'4", you can teach my son. Please just I need some help. So I think
he got
it's
a
just
beard.
exhausted women. Yeah, that's just like,
he could teach me something.
You look like a man. We'll go ahead and let you, speak your speech to them. The fourth category is they know he's a fraud, but they're too far in to admit they've made a mistake. It's kind of like to go back to that cult thing, like you done followed him so far, and now that he's over the deep end, it's like, shit, if I go back now, then I'm gonna look like a sucker. I'm gonna feel stupid. So let me just ride it out there, and I'll just stick with it because at least I know this. I'm scared of what people gonna think of me if they realize I done dropped $3,000 on this damn school. That's never gonna happen. Or if they realize that I've been supporting this man for 13, 14 years and I still ain't seen nothing. Like, I think they too far in there, scared to admit they made a mistake.
Like a Trump supporter.
Yes, like when the shit done hit the fan, I'm gonna just
Jim
go ahead
Jones,
through the fan too.
Cult leader.
Yep.
Yeah. Everything's about him.
David
Seems Jim
Koresh,
Jones-ish. Yeah.
All of that. Hell, the people with the Nikes and the Kool-Aid and the Helibop comment, them people, all of it. Yep.
Oh yeah, them niggas. Oh,
once it go too far, sometimes that the Scientology folks, like once it gone too
Q9.
far, it's like you feel weird. It's hard to go back, so you just ride it out.
Capitol building people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another group.
Bunch of goofy motherfuckers.
What'd you say?
A bunch of goofy motherfuckers.
Yes, Goofy's following a Goofy, and they with the goofy shit. According to the
he gonna be the next Jim Jones,
the lighter clearer. The fifth category is they're not actually true supporters, but they figure they can attach themselves to him and use his notoriety to kind of launch themselves. These are people like what they call a dude, Dusty Don, who started his own little YouTube channel now, coming off of the Umar thing. The lady Tiffany, like these people who are kind of around Umar and they act like they support him, but I don't know that they really want to support him as much as they just like their notoriety attached. So they using it as their platform to launch them into their quote unquote fame.
If you like Umar, you will like.
Right. Come over here, get this Umar light. Not all the Umar antics, but enough of them to keep you here.
Come watch Hotep Hannah.
Hotep Hannah. Hotep Hannah.
I'm in Church Temple Ross, House of Negrodism.
Amenhotep University School.
Don't know how to spell Egypt. Don't know how to spell Kemet.
They be spelling it Kemet and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or the last category that they could fit in. And this is what kind of I fit into when I was still back in my days when I thought he was a normal person and I had donated. They like his rhetoric, but honestly do not know his reputation with the school is 12 years old and counting, nor do they realize about his erratic behavior. Because he got some people that only see him on Fox Soul or Roland Martin or Breakfast Club. They've never seen him on Lord Jamal or like his IG Live. So they don't even realize that he got this crazy nutty side. They just see him when he's
that was me.
Like when he's just repeating his little speech, you know what I mean? So, and that was me. Like once I found out, I was like, oh my God, I gave money to that.
What got me feeling like, all right, maybe I need to watch what he's doing because he looking kind of crazy or whatever. Like, who was it? My aunt. I was talking to my aunt Sherry about the dude or whatever. Like, just like some of the stuff that he would talk about, like black schools and just stuff like that. Because at the time, I was actually doing a paper on implicit biases with teachers. Now, teachers have implicit biases, just the black kids in general. Or whatever, and it kind of like in tune with whatever he was talking about. And then she was like, yeah, I agree with certain things, but there's some things I don't know about him. And like, as soon as she said that, I was like, yeah, let me check this guy out. And then the more I got into the wormhole,
it's like once
the deeper I got in.
Wormhole, boy, that wormhole opened up into a whole new universe of just, what the fuck are you doing? What is this? You want to do what with your big toes? You gonna fuck them babies' mama? You gonna punch the kids in the chest? You say you gonna kill 10% of them?
Men, it's gonna come a time where your queen want her cookies crushed. I'm like, what does this got
brother.
to? What does is that where the cookie crush chat come from?
That's what
Is that what?
manhood is. Yes, they come from the Cookie Crush. Yes,
that video.
Oh, okay. Every joke in the Cookie Crush chat is based off of some retarded thing that Umar has done, and we've been like, "What?"
I seen that video.
You gotta laugh to keep from crying at this point, man. It's like the destruction of a black man. Like he is doing the art of failure to himself, like every week, and it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder.
He's the architect to his own failure, man.
I pray for the day when I can come here and I can honestly say I have nothing to say about Umar anymore. He has finally given this up, and that's it, folks. Okay, we're gonna move on now. New segment, but every time I think it's over, he does some old weird shit.
As soon as Umar's done.
When I heard that Negro say, "Rub my feet like the black Christ I am, and put hot guacamole on my big toes." Oh my God. As you lay in somebody's backyard with wet hair because you done pulled hair. I know. If you fall into one of those 6 categories, people that I named, it's not too late to get out. Ask for help.
Wake your ass up.
I was 6, so yeah, like, you can
nobody gonna judge you. Trust me. Hear from me first. I donated before. I get it. You might not know, but trust me. Go check YouTube. It's a lot on there. Go to his Instagram and just listen to him. Listen to him with a critical ear, not with an ear of let me give him the benefit of the doubt, but just listen to him as if you had never heard of this person before, and all you know about them is they want to open a school for black children. And just listen. We can't keep doing this, people.
What pissed me off is that at the time I did think he was actually legit. I mean, I saw him at Breakfast Club or whatever, this, that, and the third. They usually don't have like some random person up there or whatever. And I'm telling people to listen to him. And then you do stupid shit. Now you making me look crazy.
They had Brother Polite on there too.
Yeah, man, I'm about to start getting into him because like I started hearing things about him, and I ain't really got deep into Brother Polite, but yeah,
you don't have to go very deep with him.
Yeah. But I don't know. I didn't
into that same tomfoolery, but he got called out on his shit a while back.
People
know he's a scammer at this point.
I didn't trust him because just the way he dressed and looked, like he looked like he always about to be in the action movie or some junk, man. Like, why you got all these straps? Like, he come on an interview dressed up with look like a bulletproof vest and that same hat or whatever. He about to jump out a helicopter.
That shit John Blaze too. He be out there thinking he is the flyest nigga in America. No, sir.
He probably still wear G Unit tank tops. Like, that's what he looked like. He looked like he still used G Unit tank tops. I'm glad I never bought one of those.
Yeah, I believe he probably allegedly was on that Tony Yayo. But yeah, he is definitely in that same class with Umar. But the weird part is people realize about Polite, and you don't hear about people really donating to him no more, like getting stuck with his little scams no more. But Umar is still a threat out here. Like, people are still lining up to get his dude money. And if you're giving him money, folks, give him money because you enjoy the antics on his speaking, and that be the reason. I ain't mad at you for that.
I think
not donate to this man if you think he's going to open this school. It's not going to happen. There's no plan. There's no logistics. There's no operations plan. There's no renovation plan. The school has looked the exact same for 2 years. It's not. Get over it, people.
I think he hasn't gotten the same light like Brother Polite, because Brother Polite is in your face and loud a lot. Like, Umar's like that, but he stays in his little like community of people. Like, Brother Polite, like he seemed like he'll show up on any show or whatever, loud and just in your face. At least with like Umar, he still has that. He still kind of sometimes give you that conversation etiquette, so it can seem like
as
he's
long
an
as you're
actual
talking about
scholar.
what he wants to talk about, as long as you're
Yeah.
agreeing with him, yeah.
Yeah.
If you
But,
disagree with him, Lord Jesus,
Brother
don't
Polo
ask him
or
no
whatever,
question. Don't ask him no question that's tough for him to answer. Lord Jesus, he go off.
that's when you see the real
He will
truth.
go off on your ass. But yeah, man, that's the end of my weekly Umar update. I'm sure next week it will be more weird and shit to discuss, sadly. But people, if you're in one of those 6 categories I named, please get out. Get help now. Just leave it alone. Find a better use of your money and your time and your energy in something that will actually get you the changes that you're looking for in your life, because he ain't it, champs. But I tell you, who is it? Our Black businesses of the week.
There we go.
Week. So our first Black business of this week is the Nicole Experience, LLC. They are hair extensions and natural hair and just overall hair care service. They got a 4.9 rating on Facebook, and they basically provide hair care services that cater to women and children, specializing in the health of your hair. So if you got split ends, or you got the breakage going on, or you just, need a new way to kind of get your hair back to its full luster, they who you need to holler at. The Nicole Experience takes pride in making each client feel special and boosting your confidence, lifting your spirits one strand at a time. You can find them on Facebook at the Nicole Experience, and that's NICHOLE Experience, NICHOLE Experience, or you can give them a call at 470-384-9345. They are located at 3747 Main Street in College Park, Georgia. So if you need that hair, that good wig splitting, go holler at them and get your hair done right. Our second business of the night is Landover University 1971. They are an apparel company with authentic designs coming straight from the Maryland area. They are a small Black business, so please support them by going to visit their group on Landover University 1971 on Facebook. That's Landover University 1971 on Facebook. If you're from the DMV area and you rock with that style of clothing, and you want to feel like you back home, and when you're away, go ahead, cop it. If you're in the DMV area and you just need that right fit to rep your brand, rep your city, rep your area, Landover University. And that's all I got for the Black business of the week. Y'all got anything for them, guys?
No, I don't have nothing for this week, but I'm definitely supporting Black businesses. Even though we outside of Black History Month, it's always good to invest in our community and always support Black business.
Indeed. So yeah, man, that is our basic show for the week. Thank y'all as always for listening, watching, just joining the conversation. Please remember, the podcast will be coming out Wednesday at midnight on all streaming platforms. The audio version also drops on YouTube for those people who just don't have those other streaming platforms. But we are everywhere: Apple, Spotify, all your major podcast streaming sites. You can find us there every Wednesday night at midnight. We also got the video clips coming from the show. So if you like to kind of catch us in spots and kind of pick your area that talks to you, we drop video clips from the podcast throughout the week. Full video version usually drops on Tuesday. Battle rap is heating back up. We had an event that got canceled about 2 weeks ago. But this month,
About a week ago,
we got RBE dropping some stuff. We got URL with 2 big cards. So I will be having some more Tiz Takes battle rap blogs coming straight at you. And yeah, man, continue to like, comment, share, subscribe our content. Join us in the comments.
Hit that
Have the
like
conversation with us. Hit the like button. It helps other people find us as well. So if you kind of dig into content, hit that like button so somebody else can find us as well. That is one of the best ways you can help us. And then also, as always, if you want exclusive content, like the full video unedited of this episode is actually dropping tonight for my people on Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon. So they always get the full scoop early. It's literally $5 a month on Buy Me a Coffee to sign up for a membership, but you can also support and get access to exclusive content as well for as little as $1. Or you can join us on Patreon and become a member there. We have different member tiers. You can end up getting merch. You can have your ideas for topics given to us where we can do that. And as we get our membership numbers up, we'll also, be able to kind of do special shows just for members that are members only events where you guys get to interact with us on a more personal level. So, join us in any one of those ways, man. What y'all got for them, Camps?
Yeah. Still support Marley's Moss because I'm still about to cop some of those matriarch gallery. I'm gonna hit them up. I'm about to learn a little bit of engineering and stuff, and I'm working on some of these video edits for these story times, man. Because oh man, I feel when you go through try to edit all this stuff, man. It's so much little small stuff I'm trying to add in, whatnot. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we are there.
Indeed. Face, what you got coming up, man?
Of course, I'm going to teespring.com/stores/Podnas-closet-1. That's Podnas spelled Podnas-closet. I know you know how to spell closet. The number 1. Also, just to let you know, going forward, we found a new platform for the new store that will be coming open sooner than we thought. So as soon as we have an actual date, we will be publishing that date. When we do come open, we're coming open with spring apparel already in the store. So promo code will be available as well.
Getting yourselves right. That Podnas gear coming for you for the warm weather, guys. We got, it's about to drop on y'all. So go ahead and start getting ready. Because when it drop, you want to be one of the first ones on the street with it. Believe that. And shout out to Gator Girl 04, who just supported us with $5 on Buy Me a Coffee. So she's gonna probably get to see the exclusive content tonight before anybody else. And it's gonna be unedited where she gets to see the unfiltered Podnas. It usually ends up being pretty entertaining in between cuts and edits. Trust me, guys. So y'all don't want to miss this one.
I mess up so much.
And happy birthday to our homeboy John Cherry, man. He's one of the ones.
Happy birthday, Cherry.
One of our inner circle that's actually in the group chat. So it's his birthday today. Cool ass John Cherry. Throw your good, cool ass shades on today, champ. And be prosperous and have a joy-filled day, my brother.
There you go.
Yeah, man. But as always, man, I'm 1/3 of the Podnas, your boy Tiz.
It's the other third of Padawan here. Yeah. That's my ad lib for this day.
This face, I was here.
And we were here, and now we out. Peace out, guys. See y'all next week, man.
Peace out.